What's going on, guys? I'm Dave and welcome to ProGuides. To prove that we really do read your comments, really, we promise we do, our video today comes courtesy of a suggestion from Tall Guy 85. They asked, could you do a video about how to dig around smokes? For example, when you're a CT on Mirage, guarding T-ramp from Ticket, and suddenly a smoke appears, what shouldn't you do? Well, can we do a video? Yes. Yes, we can. And we have. In fact, you're living it right now. It's the same old story. You pick out a lovely spot on the map. It's peaceful, serene. Heck, you wish you brought a picnic basket. Then a couple of clicks and a puff of smoke later, it's mayhem. We're going to be showing you exactly what you need to do when those pesky terrorists decide to ruin your peaceful picnic. Those rascals. Well, we'll go through a few of examples, and then we'll show you our system for dealing with smokes. Then we're gonna ask you what you should do. That's right, pop quiz. We know that's your favorite part of CSGO. The first example we're gonna look at is the ticket position that Tall Guy 85 mentioned. When that smoke comes down, you basically have three options. Firstly, you can try and fortify your position. But how do you do that? Well, you could block the smoke with your body. Ticket smokes usually take a few bounces before they reach you. So if you can slide your curves in front of that grenade, it'll never even reach Ticket. What you'll get instead is some extra cover to work around. This is really handy if the T's are doing a split push through Palace and Ramp. The smoke keeps you hidden from the Palace players, so you only need to worry about those Ramp guys. Fortifying like this is the right move if you're confident you can hold off against the enemy's attack, like when they have pistol by. The second option, if you don't block the smoke with your body, is to do some ninja moves and slip past it instead. Push up to a more forward position like triple or default. Match their aggression with your aggression. The T side has a plan. They think their smoke will push you back. Take them by surprise, disrupting their game. Give your team the upper hand by taking control of how this battle plays out. This is the correct play if you need to take a gamble. Maybe your buy isn't strong, or maybe you need to get an early advantage. Now, your last option is to do exactly what the T's planned. Retreat. This is the right call if the T's have gotten a couple of quick entries on your teammates. Obviously, you don't want to give up on the site for free, but you're not helping anyone if you're dead. The round isn't over yet, and your B teammates are rotating to you. Wait for them to get here, and you guys can start your retake. What's that old saying? Yeah, live to fight another day. So, you'll find that in most positions that get smoked, these will be your three options. You can fortify your position, get aggressive, or retreat. But, since this is CSGO, obviously it can change with every position and situation. Because nothing's ever easy for us, is it? Let's look at a couple other common spots and show you what we mean. How about if you're holding Inferno's B site from CT? The T smoke is intended to force you back into CT spawn or make you take a risky push out of cover. You could fortify your position by tossing your own smoke or molly at the site's entrance. This forces the T's to take a risk by pushing through. You could use aggression here by dropping your smoke in front of Grill. This allows the T's to push through, but lets you take contact with them by hiding behind your own smoke. Or you could retreat to CT spawn and wait for the retake. You have a little extra wiggle room here. If you have a teammate nearby, you can also boost over the smoke, so while you are falling back, you're not totally out of the fight. As you can see, the general rules stay the same. Fortify, aggression, or retreat, but you still have to approach every situation differently. Let's take a look at one more example, then it's going to be your turn. This one is a little different. So you're defending the B site of Dust 2 from Double Stack. The T's are pushing out of the tunnels and have smoked the middle of the site. Now you're not smoked, but you're pretty much useless in your current position. So how can we use our system this time? The T's use this smoke to give themselves some space and get out onto the site. If we want to fortify our position, we're going to need our pals Senior Smoke and Madam Molotov. We can use either of these nades to pin the T's behind their own smoke. Force them to run through either fire or smoke in order to get out onto the site. To get aggressive, you can use the enemy's smoke to your advantage. Since it's the middle of the site, you can underhand a flash in the middle of it without them seeing the toss. This clears you to jump onto plat and use Big Box to block your flash from blinding you. Your new position gives you a clear view of those freshly blinded terrorists, and you're free to mow them down. Now, if you want to retreat here, it's a little tricky, but doable. You're going to have to burn your own utility to make a clear path through the doors. You're too visible going out of the window, and you're dead if you stay and hide. Alright, so you've seen 3 examples, but now it's your turn. We're going to give you another smoke to play around, and using our Fortify Aggression Retreat system, you're going to figure out how to survive it. Let's take a look at the Z position on Cache, a very common smoke that T's use to get mid-control. So, you see that smoke soaring through the sky? Well, what do? First up, how could you fortify your position so you could keep defending? You've got 5 seconds to think about it. Go! And time's up. Alright, how do we do? You've probably noticed that, very similar to Mirage, you can see this smoke coming from way off in the distance. So you've got another opportunity to jump in front of it and stop that smoke in its tracks. From there, you can use it as cover and keep fighting. Did you have a different idea? Let us know in the comments below. Next up, we see the smoke coming again, but this time we want to get aggressive. So how do we do it? 5 seconds. Go! And time's up. Got a plan? Great! Here's what we would suggest for going aggressive. That smoke means the T's want to fight for middle. Your job is to stop them. Once you see that smoke coming, toss a molly onto boost. This delays any split pushes and lets you focus on main. Immediately after you molly, toss a flash into main to cover your reposition. If you have a nearby teammate on highway, you can move to sandbags. If not, moving to white box is the safest position that lets you stay aggressive. Lastly, what about retreating? Obviously we're going to go backwards, but where should you reposition? 5 more seconds. Go! And time's up again. So this one is a little bit trickier. It's going to depend on what you hear. If the T's are taking their time, you can move on to the A site and get eyes on mid from there. But if the T's are sprinting up highway, then you'll be running right into their crosshairs. So hold up at truck instead. The important thing to remember here is since there's only a mid position, you don't have to sit and wait for the retake. After all, mid isn't a bomb site, you can keep fighting. For our very last example, let's see trusty Mirage again. But this time, we're over on the B site. Bench is a very common position to hold, so naturally, it's a common position to get smoked. We see a lot of players hold their ground and wait for the smoke to disappear, but this is a bad idea. You're just going to give all control to the enemy. They can plant without even dealing with you, and have all the space they need to flank you, while you're hugging your lonely little wall. Quick fire time. Fortify, aggression, retreat. Just 3 seconds this time. Go! And time's up. To fortify, you need to reposition. You're defending the whole site, not just bench. Use flashes to safely move around the site and stay in the fight. Aggression, 3 seconds. Go! Time's up. Molly and flash apps. Then use the enemy's smoke as cover to boost onto the boxes beside Van. Stop them before they flood the site. Retreat time. But how? I don't know. 3 seconds on the clock. Go! And time's up. If you can, smoke your path back to market. If not, use flashes to hide your retreat. From market, you can keep listening for info to give your team while they rotate in. So, how'd you do? These decisions need to be instant when you're in a game. The enemy won't give you any thinking time, and you shouldn't need it anyways. Always have a plan for these situations before they happen. That way, you only have one decision to make: fortify, aggression, or retreat. Try it yourself. Go to the spots you like holding around the maps and make 3 plans for what you want to do if a smoke drops. 1 for when you're confident and you can defend against an attack, 1 if you need to catch the enemy off guard with aggression, and 1 if all is lost and you need to get out alive. Mini plans like this are what slowly build your game sense. Great players don't just magically know what to do in every situation, they took time to figure it out. And usually that comes from losing a whole bunch first. And on that cheery note, this is going to be it from us today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below what your plans are for dealing with smokes. And if you'd like to learn more tips and tricks just like this, be sure to check out ProGuides.com. Till next time, guys, good luck in your matches.